What's up my YouTube annoyed producers, it is Chuki Beats and today we have some good and some bad news. But before we get into the video, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel to join our great producer community we're building here, and be sure to follow my Instagram at Chuki Beats with a Z because someone else stole my name. Hey! Okay, since we better get over the bad news first, the collab challenge isn't coming out today because I just got locked out of my own email box because I was downloading all of the beats that you guys sent me, and just Google basically locked me out of my own account for an undefined amount of time. So I really wanted to make this video for you guys today. Trust me, like I tried for the whole day. I waited 5 hours trying every 5 minutes or something to get into my email box, but I just couldn't. So the challenge will be delayed until I'm allowed back onto my account, which will probably be tomorrow or something, but I couldn't get the video out for you guys today. The good news on the other hand is that I'm going to be doing a question that is asked so many times on my channel, is how to structure a beat. I'm going to show you guys 3 examples of some of my beats to show you guys what kind of patterns you can use to structure your own beat, decide when the intro is going to come, where you're going to place the hook and everything. So let's get to my desk. Hey. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm in my room and not in the actual studio, well, that's because the video got delayed and now Redneck has to make a beat for his channel and I couldn't be interfering with him, so I'm in my room. Don't think about it. Okay, so the first thing or the best thing you can do when structuring your beat is first compare your beat to a song that you know or something like that, because often songs are very well structured and very well composed. Like take for example Gucci Gang. It's a very well put together song because it comes with the hook first, it teases it, then it has a verse, and then it has the hook again, and then it's done. It's very short, but it gives you the hook instantly, so it instantly rewards you. Then you've got the verse, now you've got the hook again. This is a very common thing, and I just want to suggest to you guys to just listen to a lot of your favorite and popular songs and see how those songs are structured, so you can make your beats as if they were those particular songs. So right now I'll take you guys on my screen with the beat called Plug, uploaded on my channel about a week ago I think, and this is the typical kind of beat that starts off with a hook. So I'll just let you guys see the project right here. Okay, so right now we're on my screen and you can see the beat in the trackout form because I accidentally deleted my project files of these beats while trying to free up space to fix the video. So you know what I've been through today. But yeah, we're using the trackout files for these beats, and here you can see that the hook drops right here. So that's after 16 bars. You can choose anywhere between 8 to 16 bars for the intro, but the most important thing when you're dropping the hook instantly for me is that you don't play your bass in the intro. So it just starts off like this, very calm and quiet, for 8 bars, then I add a little bit of teasing with the hi-hats, and then I just drop it immediately. So you can hear the hi-hats right now. This is a second hi-hat, so it doesn't immediately drop the complete hi-hat, it adds another melody, and then we're at 16 bars, and then it drops everything at the same time. And this is the actual hook, and this goes on for like another 16 bars. So this is a hook that consists out of 2 bars. Like right now, the rapper should like switch up his flow. No 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 no. And after you've had a long hook like that, you definitely need to cut out the drums when you start the verse like this. So right now this is kind of a building up structure again, so the audience or like the listener doesn't get too fed up with all the drums and everything, and then it drops back in after the first 8 bars. Then the drums play for 8 bars, like some basic kind of rhythm, and after that I add a little bit more elements, something like an extra counter snare, an extra melody, an extra hat, something like that to keep it interesting. And after those 8 bars, I have another 8 bars of pause before the hook drops again. So that's 16 bars in the hook, and then 32 bars in the section in between the hooks. So that really fits perfectly, like the hook 16 and then the verse 32, which is very good, and like, yeah, it just makes sense. So here the hook drops again for 16 bars. And if you want to make a Gucci Gang, Lil Pump type of song right now, you just stop the beat after the second hook and then it's done, because recently songs have been really short and really like short and catchy, so that's something you can do. Personally, I chose to have another part of a verse or another verse part, and that's again another couple of bars before it drops again. However, I think here I chose to do a little outro or bridge kind of area of another 16 bars and then drop the chorus again. That's also something you can do. So as you can see here, I immediately start to tease it again, so that's 16 bars after the previous chorus, and then right now the chorus or hook will drop again right now. And then it's again the hook for 16 bars, and then it's 8 bars of outro, and then it's done. That's the first beat, hey! Okay, while we're talking about Lil Pump, let's actually structure a real Lil Pump or XXXTentacion type beat or something like that. So I've pulled up my beat XXX here on the screen, let you guys jump in right now. Before I start structuring the beat, I'll give you guys a little preview of the beat for you guys to get a better understanding of which kind of beat this is. Okay, so as this is a very hard but very simple beat, you will get tired of this beat very, very quickly. Like when I was making this beat, I already didn't want to hear it anymore when I just played the piano. So the thing with this beat is you have to do a lot of beat stops and don't play the drums that often, because the emptiness is what really builds the hype towards the drop. So you can't have it being dropped all the time. So what I did was just have the intro be 8 bars long, I think. Yes, 8 bars, and then just immediately drop it. Like here's the first 4, and then the hi-hat in the second 4 bars. And then it just drops immediately. And it only drops for 8 bars, as you will see. And after 8 bars, silence and peace. And have it build up again for 8 bars, and then have it drop again for 8 bars, and have it build up again, and then drop it again. It's just how you do these kind of beats. But then with a little switch up on the second drop, right now. And then you keep it interesting, because this type of beat, this kind of beat will get really, really, really annoying when you hear it too long. Even 16 bars for the drums on this one would be too much. Would be like, if you've got to think about when you're hearing this beat on a live performance or something like that. If this beat keeps playing the drums all the time, the crowd will stop jumping around because they won't feel it anymore. When you make it stop and then have it drop again every time, it really helps bring the energy back. So this beat is really 8 bars. 8 bars silence, 8 bars drop, 8 bars silence, 8 bars drop, and that's just how it keeps going until I thought this is enough. And that is really how you do these simple kind of very hard and distorted kind of beats, but you really have to be careful with not playing the drums too much, because your audience will get tired of it, eh? Okay, so I've loaded up the third beat right here, which is called Medellin. I also uploaded that on my channel about a week or something ago. I don't really keep track of the upload dates, but this is the kind of beat that starts off with an intro, then it kind of drops, and then it actually drops. So I'll let you hear what I mean. So the first 8 bars of this beat are just intro. The first 4 bars are purely intro. Then here the teasing begins with the second head and stuff, and then after these first 8 bars, you already get a feeling that it drops. Well, it's actually a kind of pre-hook or pre-chorus or something like that, because when the kick drops in, then the beat actually drops. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is something different than the previous beats I've showed you guys, because here you can already have the hook be playing in the intro kind of part, then continuing it right here when it actually drops, and then yeah, you can really choose what you do with the last 8 bars of the hook drop. I hope you guys can still follow along. So after that part, there's a silence again, because you don't want to have your drums playing for too long, because people will get tired of it, as I already said with the previous beat. So here I let the bass play, because it would have been too empty without the bass. It all depends on what you're feeling at the moment. So again, because my actual hook is 16 bars long, the part in between the hooks, or like verses, is like 32 bars or something like that. Like it's 32 bars, or you may take like an 8 more bars for an intro and an outro, or pre-hook or pre-chorus or something like that. But it's always like try and have the verse time be the double amount of your hook time, if that's set correctly, or if you understand that correctly. So here you've got the intro again, and then it doesn't actually drop, but the bass drops again. And then after those 8 bars, the beat will drop for 16 bars again, and then there's the outro. So as you can see, this really makes sure that the listener doesn't really get tired of your beat, because that's the main thing when it comes down to structuring, is make sure that people don't get tired of listening to the beat over and over again. Because if your drums are playing for too long of an amount of time, or maybe it's too silent for a long amount of time, people will just click away or stop listening to it. So make sure your intro is short but catchy. Make sure your beat drops very cool, but then immediately goes away again, so people want more. That's the main thing you've got to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely leave a like. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Definitely follow my Instagram at Chuki with a Z. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Comment down below any question you have. And see you guys later. Peace.